Hello guys, my name is Jacob, and as you can see, it's nice weather today, so I decided to record a new video. You might ask why do I wear this weird thing on my face. It's because the coronavirus situation in Poland, because for example now today there are like 8,000 new people with coronavirus. And yeah, we have to wear masks on the street, and a lot of schools are closed, and our prime minister even thinks about setting up all of Poland in the red sphere. So yeah, but no, it's not a topic for today's episode. Today we will talk about LGBT community in Poland, and is it really that bad in Poland for LGBT people to live here? We have to start from this that in research of ILGA Europe, Poland is the worst country in the European Union for LGBT people to live. I think that it might be true because, for example, LGBT people can't take marriages, and those kids can't get an ID card from the government. Also, you probably have heard about free LGBT zones in Poland, and yeah, it really exists. And in these zones, everything that is pro-LGBT is just punished by local governments. And there are also trucks with anti-LGBT propaganda, which usually are in Warsaw. They say that there are pedophiles and something like that. Something really big happened recently because one Polish person, which this person biological sex is a man, but he feels like he's a woman, destroyed this anti-LGBT truck, and he had to stay there for a couple of times. He had to just talk with the police, and other LGBT people in Warsaw organized a march in Warsaw, in which they named policemen fascists, and they have even jumped on police trucks. I think it's not a right way to say things that you want to. I think that there are more better ways to say that you want freedom than from destroying all you can around you and naming random people by fascists. And I must say that there are a lot of pro-LGBT people in Poland, especially younger people are more tolerant, and a lot of young people just become or homosexual or bisexual or pansexual. And there was a funny thing, like in Poland we have the matura is the main exam which you must write in the last class of high school. Some pansexual, I suppose, girls on Twitter posted that they even cried in the front of principal because they had to select a gender on this exam. Even our government is more like anti-LGBT, and I won't hide that it's not that good. Even our new Minister of Education is is a homophobe. And my opinion is that LGBT people in Poland should have more laws, but they shouldn't call for it by organizing those marches when they destroy things. Of course, there are a lot of peaceful marches around Poland in which people peacefully call for their laws, but some of them are just broken by nationalists, which there was one thing which took place a few years ago, and those nationalists threw rocks to people marching, and those nationalists threw rocks to people walking on this LGBT march. I have a lot of friends which support LGBT community. I think that's how democracy works. I think that people have to have their own opinion and they can call for it. And it's not, we don't have this freedom in Poland. Usually they just say that people can't make those pro-LGBT marches because just not. But a lot of people just accept it, which is nice. But there was a funny graphic of Poland A and Poland B, because you might not know that during times between the end of the Great War and the start of the Second World War, there was a graphic. Which where two separated Poland, and the first one was Poland A and the second one was Poland B. And it's because we had a lot of course, minority in our countries, especially Belarusian people and Ukrainian people, and that's why. But now, as you can see on this graphic, some people even say that this split between Poland A and Poland B still exists, and this western part, is more tolerant than the eastern one. So I think that's all that I wanted to say. I'm not a specialist in those topics, so write in comments what would you want to see on my channel, and I hope that I will record a new video soon. I have more free time now because I have an online learning and I don't have to go to school. I'm not that tired, so yeah. See you in the next video. Goodbye.